It didn't have an intro video. Hi, welcome. I'm your hostess with the mostest tune time, the scholar, and my co-host Jalen.
Well,
Remember, tune time is the right time to talk, and we're here to talk today, guys. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube page, like, share, and comment. Today's topic is who is the head of household? Now, this is a question that is controversial between the man and the woman because no one wants to give up their control. So, today's question we're asking again, who is the head of household? Jalen, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Has it ever been a time where you did not want to give up your control of being the head of household?
Yes, because I'm a very independent person, so it's hard to relinquish control and let somebody love you in a different way. What about you?
I would have to agree to that, and I'm still even in a marriage. It's hard for me to relinquish my control because I have been in control for such a long time, and I have to control the household, the kids, the job, sometimes the husband, and so it's kind of difficult to allow my husband to take total control of our household. I think he relinquished his control by allowing me to be in control of the household. But I still reverence him as the head of household because he comes first. He was made first, and in my eyes, he comes first.
That's all.
So, yes, that is definitely something that would uh, kind of be a problem for me. Yeah. So I want to give reverence to our other co-hosts, Miss Crystal, spiritual life coach, and Glamorous TV are not here with us tonight, but we want to just say a prayer for them that they are okay wherever they are and that they will be getting back over here soon, and also Miss Perspective. But tonight we do have the handler here who is going to give his perspective from a male's point of view. So, handler, are you there? You're on mute.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you for joining, handler. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the Toon Time Late Show. I'm your host, Toon Time, the Scholar. And my question to you is who is the head of the household and why?
Well, I'm just going to start off and say, in reverence the Lord. The Lord is the head of my household,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
and so with His help, I'm able to have um, the pleasure and honor to say I'm the head of the household, and also that my wife is head of the household because He's the head of my household, and so I'm going to listen to Him on how I deal with my wife and other situations in my life. And I'm going to let him do what he does because he knows all about me, where I'm at, how I'm doing, all this. So I've got to have this first before the household is going to function, or it will be divided. And so you cannot keep division between yourself and me and the Lord and call yourself head of house.
Okay, so does your wife have a problem with taking control of the household, like some things you might want to take control on and she's like going against you? How do you handle that, the handler?
At times, you have to be meek in a relationship, or you cross that threshold lines, and you cannot be meek without the Lord. I'm sorry, He's the one who taught meekness. He's the one who created it, and He's the one that gives us the opportunity to be meek, especially in different times and difficult situations.
Thank you for that perspective, the handler. My follow-up question is to you is what makes the man the head of household?
Well, there again, the one thing that the Lord spoke of is it's not good for man to be alone. So the Lord makes me head of household by helping my wife not make me. You could be in my life and I make me a lonely person too. So I need this clarity on this because I need the Lord to help with you because He created you and brought you in my, or brought me to you. All right, but He created you for me, and every day He's doing that. So I must not forget. The first day we met, He was doing that. Today He's doing the same thing.
Okay, so basically, what makes a man ahead of household to you would be uh, keeping the Lord first, your spiritual belief, and that's what allows you to allow your wife to have control of the household. Thank you, Handler. Thank you for your perspective, Jalen. What makes a man the head of household?
Oh, I like the handler's response, right? Because I didn't think about that. I didn't consider that until today. Though I did know that God gives the man authority. So I like that he said that God was his head for how he leads his household. That's beautiful. So I would hope to have a man who thinks similarly, and he, instead of using his own insight, his own thoughts, his own ideas of what a household is, that he first goes to his head. Because I think that's what's missing with a lot of people. But next to that, I think what makes the man ahead is just making sound judgments. Being a listener, being a comforter for his wife, and a provider.
Okay, those are good qualities to have. I think what makes a man of head of household is his ability to be able to be kind to the household. His ability to always think about the well-being and the welfare of the household, making sure that he's not divided and that he is leading the household in a righteous direction. Now, there are instances where the head, which is the man, is not leading the house, is not doing right by the household or the wife or the woman or the children. And then at this point, then you have to keep your control because he is not under the direction of the Most High that is going to guide you in the righteous path. And as a wife, you have to pray for him. Okay, and these are the tools that I use as a wife with whenever I feel like my husband is out of order, so to speak. I will go in prayer because prayer does change things. Also, he have to be a man of God, because if you put God first, then I can't go wrong. And yeah, he has to be a good dad to the kids, because you don't want no man in there being mean to your children. Okay, ladies, and him saying he love you, he can't possibly love you if he's being mean and ill to the children. So these are the things that I think that makes a man the head of household.
Those are really interesting points. Like being a leader, that's like the main thing. You just have to have a strong man. Mm-hmm. I think too, just being the man, the head of the household, I think it's not about control. It's about you submitting to him. And when people just conflate the ideas of submission with slavery, you're not his slave, but you submitting to him is like encouraging him to lead and to be a better leader. And to, with that, he'll allow you to make some decisions, because he trusts your judgment.
That's true, Jalen. And then the difference between submission and slavery is submission is freely, and slavery is forced. Okay, so I'm going to submit to my husband because I want to, as opposed to him making me in a controlled environment. So, ladies, when you hear the word submission, you don't have to be afraid. It's not a slavery type thing. This is your own ability to say, yes, I'm going to follow my man. I'm going to stand by his side. And you are building. These are team building exercise that you can use in your own household that will keep the vision out. Because we don't want to leave no room for the devil. So, the handler. Will a woman relinquish her power to a man? Will she relinquish her control to a man that does not have a job? How do you feel about that? Have you had to deal with that?
Well, a man that doesn't have a job, first off, a man always has a job, okay? Because the Lord has commanded us to have a job, all right? He says, he who doesn't work doesn't eat. Now, having a job that pays you, it pays you one way or the other, okay? You get paid in spiritual points if you're doing the honorable thing, working for the Lord, or you get paid, and that has its perks too, because people come from nowhere and give you stuff and build you up, and God's faith builders and all that, yeah. But on the other hand, the carnal man that is, let's just say he's got 1 foot in the spiritual world and 1 foot in the carnal world. This man, he's trying to bring it all, and so making sense of that is a personal relationship with the Lord. So you really have to have God's guidance and a strong woman's guidance also to balance those two, because the Lord wants you to have money and physical things, but he doesn't want it to rule you. He wants you to rule it. All right. When it starts ruling you, then you don't have time for God. You know what I mean? So if you have time for God, then you have time for your wife also. So
do you get offended? Do you get offended if a woman turned you down or rejected you because you was not financially stable?
Yeah, but then if you place that in the right place, okay, then God wasn't in her to start with. So you need to question yourself at that point in time. Why am I offended? I shouldn't have been there, you know? So no, that's the truth.
That's a good
the truth
point.
The truth of it is love is not in money. It does makes a world of difference in a hurting person's life that's been poor all their life. I granted. All right. Not saying that. I'm saying that if you think you can buy somebody's love, if you think you can buy God's love, you're mistaken. All right. And then on top of it, we always must remember this, that God's thinking is higher than our thinking. So everything that we've achieved and we call highness in our life, you know, that we exalt, and it builds, we use it as building blocks in our life, so to speak, right? Like money or whatever assets. Okay. When the assets with God, the building blocks with God are different, and you should have material spiritually that God gives you to work with when you're, you know, keeping God. You wake up and you're like, hey, thanks God, I appreciate getting up, you know. Thank you, God.
Handler, you're not answering the question though. You said you was not offended because she wasn't there for you. I mean, she wasn't the woman for you. Okay, I get that. Sometimes, you know, you need someone there who can help build with you, and sometimes you have to start from scratch. So do you believe that men should be 50-50 in the household, or you think they should pay for everything?
I mean, I really think that all depends. Some men got it all. They don't care nothing about 50-50. When they got it all, they're 100%. You know, 100% all of it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So if I'm coming at you with all of it, I want 100% of you, and then I guess you should be able to at some point in time equalize and say, well, I want 100% of you, and then you come together on those factors. Because then you're speaking to a person that has it all, so it really doesn't matter to it. It's just how do I accumulate more? That's
Okay.
how
Okay. That's a good
that's
point.
how
Jalen,
people
how
have
do
it
you?
all.
Okay. Thank you, the handler, for that long perspective. No, I'm just joking. Over here, at Toon Time Late Show, we do have fun. These are serious conversations, and we want to keep it humorous so we can be able to talk about it and not argue about it. Because I see a lot of panels, a lot of podcasts where it does get heated, but we want to keep it smooth and selling over here and keep it light as a feather, stiff as a board. Haha. So, Jalen, do you believe that a man should do 50-50 or he should pull the whole 100%?
Ideally, I hope that he's coming with a lot of money, so that we don't even have to worry. We don't have to break it down to percentages. I hope he comes established and stable to where if I wasn't even in the picture, he could take care of himself. But just for the sake of the conversation, if you're in a situation where it requires both of your guys' income to make a household work with ease, then I'm not opposed to 50%, especially if you plan on spending time with this person for a long time. Then you need to be open to the idea of going 50-50, because today's economy is not set up like it used to be where people could survive off of one income. I believe if you love somebody, you wouldn't want to break them completely,
Okay, I agree with that, but here's the thing. I guess I'm old-fashioned. I believe in the man pulling 100%. Okay, now I will give a percentage, but it will not be in a 50-50 fractional. Okay, it will be 100 and maybe 20, 100, sometimes 10, 100, and then maybe I get up to 40, and then I'm go back down to 20. Okay, because it is in the man's DNA to work. It is in his whole duty of a husband is to work and take care of me. He's supposed to give his life for it. And when you give your life to something, that is a dedication. That could be your job, that could be a friendship, this marriage, and you have to pull the weight of the whole ordeal. And so I am a firm believer that the man should pull his weight, that the man should give 100% and stop asking the women. And I brought this question up because it's been controversial for the last 2 years. I've heard it. I don't believe in the 50-50 thing. I think it should stay 100 and whatever I can bring as far as the household. Like Mr. Hamler just said, if I got it all, I'm going to bring it all. And that's the mindset you want. You want to get a man that don't mind pulling the weight of the wagon. Okay? And that's how you make it.
Okay. Let me ask you this, because that's interesting that you said that. So what if your husband loses his job? So all this time when you've been, cushioning your purse, are you able to help him, or what's going on?
So I will be able to help him, but he will have a ultimatum on taking his tail back to work. We not finna sit out and be crying over spoiled milk, as Crystal Life Coach said last week. We're not gonna cry over spoiled milk. We're going to get you right back out here in the workforce development so that you can further provide. Because one thing I've learned being married for so many years, men don't like not working. Especially a man that has been working all these years, taking care of his family. They do not like to sit around, hear their wife bitching, because she gonna be bitching about why you ain't got no job, or why you sitting up here. Go look for a job. I mean, she gonna help you now. She gonna help you do anything. She gonna help you look for a job. And so they don't like sitting around us like that anyway, far as not working. And then they don't want their wife asking nobody for nothing. So they have to go and work and provide.
That's right. Okay, well, let's say that does happen, right? What is your tolerance? Do he got a week to find a job? Do he got 2 weeks to find how?
I would say 30 days.
Okay.
30 days is the longest. My husband didn't have a job for 2 weeks. I don't know. That's not a good place for me. I don't have no patience to see no man laying up in my house, even though it's our house.
Yeah.
I ain't got no patience watch you twiddling your thumbs. Now you gotta go get a job. We can't fall because I'm a soldier, and I'll go out and get a job. Say he was hurt, like he had surgery, and so for 3 months I had to work. I didn't mind. He had been taking care of me. I didn't mind. But best believe when he got well, his ass right back out there.
Her. Yeah. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you.
Yes,
Don't sit around too long because, like you just said, and what the handler said, look, a man who don't work don't eat. So
he don't eat, and not only that, he'll be out there homeless. And I will remind my husband, like when he didn't have a job, look, I'm not sleeping outside. Because if you don't work, that's what's going to happen. You're going to be outside because you can't stay on people's property without paying them their due. So we want to keep in mind, guys and fellas, and I just think a real Christian man, though, he's going to take care of everything anyway.
right.
He's not going to sit around and wait on a woman to take care of him. My uncles was that way. My stepdad, my real dad, they were all working men. They did not allow a woman to do their job. And I just think working is a part of being a man. What do you think, Handler? The 60-second version.
Working is a part of man. It's good. It makes a man feel good, and it pleases God. You allow God to work in your life while you're out there. God likes to see who you are, who you think you are.
Okay, that's a good point. You get to be creative and, dive off into different careers to see what it is that you're great at, So I get that. So guys, don't be out here without a job. And women, don't be so hard on your man. If he don't have a job, just help him find one. It's not that hard.
But then also, like, he needs his own ambition. Don't nobody have to light a fire up under your ass to know that it's hot up in here. The house is overcrowded because these are my personal hours at home. You need to go to work.
Right. When you off, you don't get the house to yourself no more. And then guys, y'all don't want to be around her and bitching it all day anyway. So go out, get you a job, stay a job, keep a job, like maintain the job. Okay, I know. And try to find a job that you like, that you're good at, that you can use your skills so you won't quit the job. That's another thing. And I'm the same way. If I don't like the job, I'm walking out. They might get 4 hours from me. I'm out. I will quit. Mm-hmm. So I learned to go to jobs that I can utilize my skills and that I would like doing it. It don't feel like work. It feels like I'm just, doing a hobby or something.
See, I'm not opposed to that. A woman who quits her job, okay, it wasn't serving you. Go find something else. Go relax for however long you're gonna take off, and then bounce back. But a man who quits his job is a man who he don't need nobody in his life because he can't even help himself. Okay, like I find it very repulsive, a man quitting his job as if he gonna bring something to the table, because a man without a plan is a man who plans to fail.
Oh, that is good, Jalen. A man without a plan plans to fail. Wow. Oh my God, guys, that was really good. Miss Jalen brought out. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back after these messages. If I can get my. Don't look like we're going to the commercial break, y'all. So
we can just give us a second. We're gonna get there, maybe.
Yep. Oh yeah, here we go. And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
After this one. After this one.
After this one. After this one.
No, after this one.
No, after this one. Ah man, it's not even doing it. So I guess not. That's okay. We learning, okay? We still learning. If my head of households was a little bit savvy, then maybe I could have gotten it done. But Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, we are definitely shining light. And we have a guest today, guys. The informant, he is going to share some of his testimony of what has happened to him in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Y'all welcome the informant. So today, again, guys, we're going to be, thank you for that 30-second commercial. Shout out to Toontime the Scholar. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my page, my YouTube channel, and we will be diving into injustices just here in a few moments. The next question is, what are the signs to look for if he can't hold down a household? Like, you with the guy, he's cool, he look good, he got a nice job, he don't have kids, or maybe he have one or two. He's a good father, he's not abusive, but he does not know how to pay the mortgage and the bills and manage his money towards the bills. How do you deal with that? And what are some of the red flags that you can find in that, Jalen?
Well, red flags is you guys are receiving eviction notices. You guys, stuff is being disconnected. You know what I mean? And you can't figure out why. This man is irresponsible. He's a man-child, and don't let that man be your problem. If you really like this man, he has to then relinquish all his money to you, because clearly he cannot be trusted. So if he don't pay you his check so you can pay the bills, then it's not gonna work.
Wow. And that's a good one, because look, if you're not good, like she said, at managing the money, allow the woman to do it. So y'all won't be outside no work. Okay, so the bills can get paid, so the household can run smoothly. The whole intent of getting with someone is to build with them. So y'all are combining families, y'all are combining incomes, and y'all are combining your creative juices together. Okay, and so you want to put forth the best person for the job, just like we pick our president. We go and we vote and we say, hey, this candidate is the best candidate for this job. Same way in your household, you want to see which idea is the best candidate. If your husband is good in whatever, then let him run that position. If the wife is better than managing and taking care of everything, let her run that position. So we have to be let go of our ego and do the right thing concerning your household.
I like that. Aces in their places.
Yep. Because you wanna vibrate so high that nothing can bring you down. And the only way to do that is to utilize the skills that y'all have between the two.
Okay, you said something though. My ears perked up a little bit. You said combining finances. What do you mean? Are we doing joint bank accounts? Do we trust them like that? What's going on?
Now, you can do a joint bank account, but you want to have your own bank account. He have his own bank account, and then y'all can come together to combine the incomes. If you comfortable with that, right? And y'all put money together in the income in the account, and then y'all can put money separately in y'all own accounts. That way it'll be an even balance out between the two. No one feels like they are being hoodwinked, taking control of something like that.
Okay.
Or like me and my husband, like we just split stuff down the middle. Okay. I get some money, split it down the middle with him. He gets some money, split it down the middle with me. Sometimes I ask for more than half. He still give it to me. I could have asked for the whole damn thing. He still give it to me. But yeah, that way we don't have no money problems.
Yeah.
You know, because that be the main killer in a relationship and in a marriage is the finances. And so if you do these tools or do these team building exercises that we're talking about today, then you won't have a problem. Y'all won't be arguing over no money because you keeping it even. He's
Right.
putting money in her pocket. She ain't got to ask nobody or feel like she got to go hustle. Okay, he ain't got to worry about her going out asking nobody or trying to hustle. Okay, he already done took care of his woman or his wife or his girlfriend. So, yeah. Go ahead, Jalen.
I was gonna say I like that. Like on both sides, everybody should be happy. Nobody should have anything to worry about. If anything comes up, somebody needs a car repair. Hey, we gonna get this done as a team. Some way it's gonna work out. You know, nobody's gonna suffer.
That's right. Now, should women be submissive to a head of household that doesn't have a job? Should women be submissive to a man who doesn't have a job? If you know, I know we talked about maybe he lost his job,
Okay.
and you know, my ultimatum was 30 days. But what if he don't have a job when you first meet him? Is that something that would turn you off from him? And remember, his attributes are just impeccable. The other parts of him good. Right now, he just don't have a job. Would you allow him to be your head of household?
Well, not when I first meet him. I got to know you in order to know you're capable of being head of the household. Like if I don't know you, and chances are I met you going out somewhere where money was required to be spent. So why is you here and you don't got no job? You don't need to be here shopping with me if you don't got no job. You don't need to be at the gas station getting nothing. You need a job. So if it started off like that and he tells me, hey, I don't have a job, that's a turn off, and I don't even want to give you my number now because you can't even help yourself, you know. But if it's somebody that I cared about, and you know, we got into a relationship somehow, I would allow them time to get a job, you know. And he's still the head of the household because he's a man. You know, you can't take that away from somebody. You can't take their manhood away from them just because they don't have a job. But you do have a say so in who you allow to be your head of the household.
That's true. That's true. I'm glad you brought that point up because the job does not make you the head. You are a man, and that is your God design. He even made you first. So you are the head. But people are counting on you in your household. And it's just to the people out there in the YouTube universe. People are counting on you. So you want to keep yourself in a constructive state, meaning you want to constantly have finances. You want to be turning into a better person each day, and you don't want to be harsh with the woman. And now I say don't want to be harsh with the woman because women are traumatized. They're afraid of multiple things like kidnappings, adoptions, rape, getting beat, all in the hands of a man. And so when you be harsh with her, it can wake up some things inside her, and you just don't want to continue to keep traumatizing a woman because that's going to make her hard to deal with. So I just wanted to put that out there.
That's right.
Now, what are some of the ways that we can let our guards down to allow a man to be a head of household?
Well, I think we gotta go into every relationship with a new mind and let that trauma go that you were just speaking on. There we do have triggers, so let all that trauma go. Understand you're dealing with a new man, and you have to allow him to lead. Or just get an impression on how he leads, and yeah. Sorry, Tim. What was the question?
The question is, how can a woman let her guard down to allow a man lead her household?
Okay, trust. You have to be in so many situations that you've already showed that you can be a man. You already showed that you can deal with the situation however it comes. So you're letting her guard down. Just like, I know I can count on him. If I'm not able to do this, I know I can count on him to get it done. You know, or it's just developing that trust. Like, and that only comes through action. He has to show you and prove.
I agree, because people can talk a good game, but the proof is in the pudding, guys. You want to make sure that your man is setting a goal and he is executing that goal. And so the red flags for me would be procrastination. Okay, it would be not following through on what you said you was gonna do, not showing effort about what you said you was gonna do. You know, no vision. Not having a vision can be a problem, because you don't want to get with somebody you're trying to build and they don't want to do nothing. They just think a 9 to 5 and that's it, that's life. But it's more to life and building with your partner or your spouse, your girlfriend, whatever ship you have. It's more to just a job. You want to build things. I want to have a future together. So you're going to have to build this future together. So I would say that would be very important. The vision, what their goals are. Those would be rare.
You're blocked. It's not working. You're stuck. You're frozen. It's froze.
Guys, I don't know what happened. I had some technical difficulties. Sorry about that. But we are back now. Hey, the devil is busy. This must be some good information, y'all. Okay, knowing who your head of household is an important tool that you're gonna need if you're trying to build with someone. You need to know if they are head of household material, and also you need to relinquish any past traumas that you may have had concerning a household or concerning a spouse or mate, and you need to allow them to show you, okay, prove to you that they are capable of being the head of household. Um, Thank you guys for tuning in to Toon Time Late Show. I'm your host, Toon Time. And remember, Toon Time is the right time to talk. And we're going to jump right in until our third segment, in which you all know that my segment is Injustice. And I can't really, because my computer like it's going to cut off again. We will get back into the injustices a little later, but I wanted to give you guys this stream tonight. Who is the head of household? See, it won't even come up. Okay. Again, we constantly shows the awareness of the injustice. And I just wanted to play something for you guys right quick concerning injustice, if my computer will allow me. Nope, it's too low. I'll say it then. The awareness of, there has been 300, and this was just 2 years ago, 357,000 children in Tennessee are missing. They are missing. Now, I know you're like, well, why is she telling us this? Because I am a Tennessean, and something ain't right in the South. And so I just wanted to bring awareness to the injustice that is happening to our children, the illegal removal of children here in Lawrence County, the unjustifiable parental termination rights of the parents. And as we go back to our last live, the ops told us, or the informant told us, that they took custody of his child.
And that's the injustice of it all. They don't even want her to get her story out. So, 1 second.
Okay, guys, I'm back again. These are the things that you have to go through when you bring out awareness of the injustice that is happening here in Tennessee. They will zap your computer, and not only that, they will go through great strengths to put you in danger. And I know that reporting this type of awareness or shedding this type of light on officials, on public officials, can get your computer hacked, and I believe that is what's happening to me right now. But I'm glad that they are doing it. It lets me know that they're listening, and I'm not going to stop. There is injustice. There is illegal removal of children here in Lawrence County, Tennessee. Okay, and I have some names for you, but they're not going to allow me to speak these names at this time. I just wanted to come back up here and tell you guys thank you for tuning in to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, and if you would like to donate, you can donate at Cash App TT1977C. To the Messiah Foundation. The Messiah Foundation is all proceeds go to parents to help them get their children out of the system, guys. And you will be surprised of all the parents that does not have the legal fees to fight the system for their children, therefore leaving the Department of Children's Services in control over their child. So we want to help these parents. We want to get this out there, how the injustice is happening here in Lawrence County, Tennessee. Now, I'm going to say two names, and that is Magistrate Ashley Duncan and Attorney ad litem Stacey O'Neal. These two are in cahoots together to demise send no without due cause to the parents here in Lawrence County. Again, this is a dangerous thing, but I had to put that out there, guys. So y'all make sure y'all continue to tune in with Tune Time Late Show. Thank you, Handler. Are you still there? Jalen, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I'm
still here.
Guys, thank you guys for
go ahead and show support to the Messiah Foundation.
Yes, make sure y'all show support to the Messiah Foundation. And if you would like to be a guest here on the Tune Time Late Show, you can contact me at sandgriggs1025@gmail.com, and you will get a screening, and we will then have you on the show if it is possible. Again, I wanted to pull up some things in this screen share, but my computer is not going to allow me. And I wanted to come back up here and officially say goodbye to you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Tune Time Late Show. I'm your host, Tune Time. I have my co-host, Jalen Breezy, and we